A U.S. airman has been hiding in a mountain crevice 7,000 feet up somewhere inside of Iran. 48 hours. Let me mute that. 48 hours. Iranian forces hunting him, and last night, actually the day before, we got him back. Delta Force, SEAL Team 6, deep inside enemy territory, pulled him out. Trump went on social media last night and right after it and posted, "We got him." Capital letters, exclamation point. And that's the right reaction. There's a lot of people that are really pissed off about that. And I have yet to understand how any American could be upset about the president posting that we got him back. We're on day 37 into this war, into this conflict. Multiple U.S. jets have been shot down, but nothing like the problems the Iranians are experiencing. And in about, I want to say 5.5, 6 hours, the president of the United States is going to address the nation today at 1 p.m. Eastern. And he's going to lay out exactly the deadline that he's giving Iran for tomorrow night. Basically, reopen the Strait of Hormuz, or every power plant in Iran goes dark. Tehran, right now, negotiating, said no. So this morning, we're going to walk through exactly what that means for the troops already on the ground, for your gas prices, and for every country in the Middle East that just got pulled into this fight, whether they wanted to be or not. We're going to get into this. First and foremost, smash the like and subscribe button. I've got a poll question in the chat. Is it time to quit negotiating with Iran? Right now, we've got about 600 plus votes. About 93% of you say stop negotiating. 7% say no, keep negotiating. I've said it before. I'll say it again. Iran has never won a war. They have never lost a negotiation, maybe until now. But let's start with what everyone's going to be talking about, because this story deserves the full picture, not just the headline. The F-15 Eagle goes down over Iran, and 2 crew members, one gets rescued very quickly, the other one's left behind on his own. The weapons system officer, the guy in the back seat, he's the one that drops the warheads on the foreheads, basically looks through this little digital straw and guides the weapons. Iranian forces were searching for him. They spent 48 hours he spent 48 hours in a mountain crevice. We still don't know this gentleman's name. Could be a female. We don't know. Evading capture, waiting for extraction, just hiding. Hide and go seek for your life. Think about that for a second. That's not a movie. That is a real American service member, a father, a husband, a son, or a daughter, a brother, a sister, a grandparent. Survive, evade, resist, escape. SEER training, real time. We talked to AI last night that had been through this SEER training and understands exactly what it's all about. Apparently, the person only had a pistol. I think there's a kit that there's a small M4, but we'll find out a little more as time unfolds and reveals this story. Delta Force, SEAL Team 6 go in to get him deep inside of Iran. That is one of the most difficult rescue operations that you can execute. Contested airspace, hostile ground forces, no margin of error. They got him out safe. Now, there's still one question that the news media is trying to basically propagate, and it's the equipment that was destroyed. And they can't get over themselves that we would put life over equipment. I know that sounds crazy, right? But the news media is still trying to run with this. That tells you something about where the U.S. media is. It tells you something about what the president thinks, Secretary of War, and on down about what we value. You can get a new piece of equipment. You can't get a pilot back that would have, I mean, I'll just be honest with you. This guy probably has military intelligence and secrets and information about attack plans for the Middle East that would have been very valuable to the Iranian government. So valuable that, they offered, I want to say it was a $60,000 bounty is what they were wanting to pay for this guy. This is the clip that I want you to show and share with anyone that says anything about leaving equipment behind. This is Afghanistan. This is what the Biden regime left behind. And it makes me sick to even play this. I don't want to play their music because I don't like the call to prayer. But this is the equipment that was left behind by Biden. Okay? This is all United States military equipment being paraded in front of you. And now CNN, MSNBC, Vox, CBS, ABC, all of these outlets want you worried about some planes and a couple of planes left behind to get a downed pilot. Where was their pearl clutching? Where was their outrage when this happened? You and I both know it didn't exist. Okay? It did not exist. It makes me sick to my stomach whenever I see American MRAPs rolling down the road being driven by the Taliban. And imagine if Obama and Clinton had actually carried out a rescue when it came to these guys, right? Imagine that. This is a little tale called Benghazi. Imagine if Obama and Clinton had carried out a rescue mission in Benghazi. Ambassador Stevens, John Smith, Glenn Doherty, and Tyrone Woods would be alive today. Truly disgraceful. Never forget Benghazi, September 11th, 2012. That was precisely planned. That was conveniently avoided by then President Obama. Probably didn't want to hurt some of his cousins. Hillary Clinton probably didn't want to dip into the supply of uranium that she was selling to Russia, which is probably in Iran right now. But let that image sink into your head. Donald Trump turned an amazing, he went through hell to get these guys back, or get this one pilot back. This is the ambassador right here. Obama and Biden. Biden was the vice president at that time. Nobody wants to talk about that. He probably didn't realize he was the vice president at that time. But that's the difference. That is the difference of what makes or what separates us. It's probably the reason that most of you hate the news media, because of how quickly they will flip. And you don't really even know who they are. You don't really understand who is pulling the strings until you see things like, let's go here. I don't think you understand what the United States military is capable of, what our intelligence agencies are capable of, until you see something like this.
That is according to 2 senior U.S. officials and multiple well-placed sources in the region. The weapons systems officer, we're told, ejected along with the pilot when their F-15E Strike Eagle went down. They were flying and they were struck on Thursday night. There's been for the last 48 hours, there's been a manhunt for the weapons systems officer who used SEER training, survival, evasion, resistance, and escape training to evade capture. He hid on an elevated ridge after hiking away from the wreckage and put out an emergency beacon, but it took these last 2 days for the rescue teams to actually reach him because there were so many Iranians trying to also reach him. Iran had put out out a reward for finding the American. I understand there was a massive firefight, as well as a number of aircraft that had to be destroyed.
Say what you want about the CIA. They helped with this. They spread disinformation much the same way that they spread it in America when it's convenient. Hopefully, with this new CIA director, John Radcliffe, that things have changed. But that's how we're different right now. That's how we're different. We have a different president. We have a different prerogative. We have a different Secretary of State. We have a different Secretary of War. The whole mentality has changed in D.C.
Escalator in 2015, he talked about this. He's actually been talking about the threat of Iran before he was even a political candidate. And as president, he was not going to allow Iran to pose a threat to Americans now or future generations of Americans. So we had to act. And with very clear purpose. We are going to destroy their Air Force. We have largely done that. We were going to destroy their Navy, which we have largely achieved that. We were going to destroy a significant percentage of their missile launchers. We are well on our way to achieving that. And we were going to wipe out their defense industrial base, meaning the factories that make the drones and the missiles. We are on our way to doing that. Those were our 4 objectives, because those are the 4 things they were going to hide behind to then develop a nuclear weapon and threaten the world if they tried to do anything about it. That was not going to happen under President Trump. In fact, from the very first day of his campaign.
Looks like we've already got to ban somebody named Mohammed. Goodbye, Mohammed. Back to the goat shed. There you go. Back to the goat shed with a Mohammed. I think you'll probably enjoy the next 48 hours. Grits, I still haven't seen that cash. You can Venmo me. But Trump hasn't changed. He has not changed his prerogative. He has not changed his perspective. I found something this morning that is pretty damn impressive. That, I don't know, I think you should probably see this. Let's go right here. Let's go right here, and I'll show you this tweet from Donald Trump in 2013. Almost 13 years ago, April 21st, 2013. No mercy to the Mohammeds. You dumb bastards. I think it's hilarious. The guy doesn't change. The guy doesn't sleep. The guy does not waver. I don't know where you stand. I don't know what you think. It's up to you. It's my opinion. If you don't like it, that's fine. I'm okay with you not liking my opinion. I'm not here to argue with you. I'm not here to try to change your opinion. I'm here sharing mine. And now the President Trump has given them one last off-ramp. Tuesday will be Power Plant Day and Bridge Day, all wrapped up in one. There will be nothing like it. Open the effing strait, you crazy bastards, or you'll be living in hell. Just watch. And then he dropped in the outrage phrase for all of the left. Praise be to Allah, because now suddenly they care about Easter and they care about language. And Trump did it just for that reason. So I've seen a lot of the outrage merchants. Trump's doing this about Easter. If you don't understand how Trump operates by now, you're never going to understand it. You will never understand what makes him different.
And pays $94,801 to run a full-page open letter in the New York Times, Washington Post, and Boston Globe. The headline, "There's nothing wrong with America's foreign defense policy that a little backbone can't cure." That man was Donald Trump. And for nearly 40 years, no matter who was in the White House, his message never changed. For 47 years, the Iranian regime has chanted death to America. They are the world's #1 state sponsor of terror. They fund Hezbollah, Hamas, the Houthis. They've killed and maimed thousands of American service members with roadside bombs across the Middle East. And weeks ago, Iran launched 2 ballistic missiles at Diego Garcia, a joint US-UK military base in the Indian Ocean, home to nearly 2,500 American personnel. An attempted strike on American forces over 2,000 miles from Tehran, using missiles Iran had denied even existed. The threat isn't hypothetical, it's here. Iran lied, Americans died. President Trump has said it 74 times on the record, and counting, Iran will never have a nuclear weapon. In his first term, he withdrew from the failed Iran deal, imposed maximum pressure sanctions, and eliminated Qasem Soleimani, the architect of Iran's terror operations responsible for hundreds of American deaths. In June 2025, Operation Midnight Hammer struck Iran's nuclear facilities at Fordo, Natanz, and Isfahan. And when Iran refused to stop rebuilding, when they continued developing missiles capable of reaching American bases and European capitals, he acted again. February 28, 2026. The United States military has begun major combat operations in Iran. The critics say it every time. This will start a war. They said it about Soleimani. They said it about the sanctions. They said it about Midnight Hammer. But strength doesn't start wars. Weakness does. For 40 years, Trump's never changed. He stayed the same and put Americans first.
America first.
From Midtown Manhattan to the Oval Office, he never surrendered.
We will never give in, we will never give up, and we will never back down. We will never, ever surrender.
September.
You've got to love that. The guy doesn't change. Check out the sponsor for the channel up here. It's Chapter Healthcare. They're going to help you find the best Medicare plan. Open enrollment starting up. If you're on Medicare, if you are looking to make sure that the plan you're on is right, give them a call, 332-867-1305. Cost you nothing. You don't have to press 1 for English. Everyone that you'll speak to is American. Okay. That's the big thing. That's what got me involved with them. And they've actually helped some of my family members save upwards of $150 to $200 a month. So give them a call. Chapter, it's free. Save yourself some money. Put some money in your wallet. Buy some gold, right? That's what I would be doing. And that's actually what I am doing. So there's the sponsor. Helps keep the channel going. If you want to support the channel, you can become a member here. That really helps with the efforts that I try to send some Bibles to some members here on the channel, as well as some guitars to veterans across the country. Because, you know, life's tough. Battles, combat, things like that they've been involved in. If I can help some of the vets that I served with, I know it's all going to come back in spades to myself and family. But what are your thoughts about negotiating with Iran? Is it time to quit negotiating? Let's see here. Don't give a damn about how he was rescued. Why the hell was he shot down? Well, they have equipment. They've got military equipment. That's the whole premise. No operation is going to be perfect. JDL 4278. No operation is going to be perfect. And I'm sure some people will blame the Jews, right? I mean, that's typically the excuse that everybody runs with. The deadline, this 48-hour deadline, is what I'm really wanting to understand. Is what will Trump do at the end of the 48-hour deadline, which is tomorrow night? Do you think he is going to unleash fire and brimstone? Is it going to be Sodom and Gomorrah on that area? We've got the troops in the Middle East. 3,500 more have arrived in the Middle East over the last week and a half. So we've got more troops there. Are we going to see a ground invasion? The Tripoli, the Boxer, Central Command has them on standby. The Marines have been doing shore-based invasion drills in Diego Garcia. I don't know. I don't know how many of you in the chat support boots on the ground in an operation like this. Is that what it's going to take? 90% of you say it's time to stop negotiating. 10% say keep negotiating. Let's put a poll right here. Let's put a poll in the chat. If Trump, here we go. If Trump puts boots on the ground, do you support this? Yes, no, or leave a comment in the chat. Trump has never ruled out putting boots on the ground. He has never limited the United States military. And if you say you're not going to use the military to do something, you are limiting military capability. Overnight, there was a bunch of attacks. Iran launched some missiles at a refinery in Kuwait. They continue to bombard that area. You can see this chart here. Casualties in U.S., Israeli, and Iranian attacks. Look at, I mean, it's all the way over towards the Mediterranean. Israel, we've got U.S. military, Saudi Arabia, the UAE, Oman, Qatar. Iran has basically disenfranchised themselves with every ally in the Middle East that used to have their back. Got an update here from CENTCOM this morning. They have over 13,000 combat flights. They've sank 155 Iranian vessels, 12,000 plus targets struck. We've lost a couple of planes. We've lost a couple of planes. Okay. Is every operation going to be perfect? Absolutely not. That doesn't even happen in video games where things are perfect. But there's a lot of people that expect perfection. Those people probably have never been boots on the ground anywhere. That would be my theory. The shipping traffic in and around the Strait of Hormuz is improving. You can see the flow of traffic there. It is improving. There are more ships coming in and out. But until this is free flowing, costs are going to be higher. The risks are higher. But you can see the flow of traffic is increasing. Look at the Mediterranean underneath where I'm at right here. And all the ships coming in now, the Suez Canal, making its way down through the Red Sea, around the bend, and then coming in through Iran and Straits of Hormuz. Will we get back to some level of normalcy? I don't know yet. I know that the targets in Iran are ripe for the picking. That's a big one. Ripe for the picking. Love to get your thoughts on that. Let's read some of these chats in here. I want to see what the chat is saying. We get about 3,000 people in the chat. Thank you for that. Make sure you smash a like and like and subscribe. I say survive, thinking of that pilot that was down. Member for 15 months, Daniel. Thank you. Sir, we lost too many with my son in Benghazi. Finn Lane. You're absolutely right. We've never really had any answers for that either, have we? Thank you, veterans, for all you do. Kathy Zimmer, thank you for the super sticker. Really appreciate that. I don't really think we've ever had any real retribution for what happened in Benghazi. It's sad, but that's the damn truth. Apparently overnight, Iranian major general was killed overnight. This is coming in right now. Let's see if I can pull this up here. This is massive. Another one bites the dust, as George Thorogood would say.
Yeah, hey guys, good morning. We start with breaking news. The head of the IRGC intelligence operation, Major General Majid Kadimi, has been killed. According to a senior Israeli official, a joint U.S. and Israeli strike overnight took out the man who was considered effectively the number 2 within the IRGC. He's one of the few senior commanders, I'm told, who managed to survive multiple waves of Israeli and American targeting over the past year. He oversaw intelligence operations that directly targeted U.S. forces and allies across the region. This comes as we are continuing to track developments and the possibility of a ceasefire deal between the United States and Iran. Yesterday, I spoke with President Trump, and he said if a deal does not happen this week, quote, you're going to see bridges and power plants dropping all over their country. If they don't make a deal and fast, I'm considering blowing everything up and taking over the oil. Now, a new report today in Reuters says a framework to end hostilities has been put together by Pakistan and exchanged with Iran and the U.S. overnight, outlining a 2-tier approach with an immediate ceasefire followed by a comprehensive agreement. Despite these diplomatic conversations, U.S. and Israeli planes continue to hammer the Iranian regime as we are gathering new details about that daring rescue operation over the weekend that led that U.S. crew member to being rescued. Hundreds of U.S. Special Forces on the ground in southwestern Iran. You can see the province here where they were located. It was an hours-long operation, but again, ultimately, it was successful as a result of U.S. military and intelligence excellence. Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said overnight, I spoke earlier with President Trump and personally congratulated him on his bold decision and a perfectly executed American mission to rescue the downed pilot from enemy territory. The president expressed his appreciation for Israel's help. I am deeply proud that our cooperation on and off the battlefield is unprecedented and that Israel could contribute to saving a brave American warrior. As this is taking place, the Iranians are continuing their ballistic missile attacks against Israel. A number of ballistic missiles were launched overnight towards central Israel. You can see aftermath video here in the northern part of the country. This is the city of Haifa. And at this scene of a direct...
Why is no one screaming war crimes with this? Everyone wants to talk about Trump taking out bridges, war crime. Trump targeting power plants, war crime. What is this? This looks like an apartment with probably some families living in. And no one wants to talk about this. You understand what I'm saying here? The pearl clutching is disgusting at this point.
Direct impact from a ballistic missile. There are still 2 people missing. 2 were killed in this strike, and 2 again are believed to be buried under the rubble. So a lot of kinetic activity across the region, and the United States is preparing for the possibility, if a deal is not reached, that there will be significant escalation here in the region, and President Trump has promised to target Iranian power and energy infrastructure. Yeah. Guys?
All of this always an option on the table. But Trey,
this is always one-sided, and America is always the white devil, right? I mean, that's kind of where we have fallen into. We're bad, everyone else is good, and I'm over it at this point. I am over being the world's police. I'm over being the world's bad guy, but it damn sure seems like that's what we are painted into the corner. Excess said when they found the soldier, his first words were, God is good. I think that's what he said over the radio. I think he said that over the radio. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what I heard. Right? Chris, because they're hypocritical pieces of trash. Oh, talking about the news media. I will firmly agree with that statement. Without a shadow of a doubt, I'll agree with that statement. I got a couple other things here that I wanted to show you. First and foremost, do me a favor, go over and follow my account on X. You can follow me on X right here at Navy Vet. You can see the old submarine there, the USS Ohio. there in the background. That's I can't say that's me there on the deck, but that is the USS Ohio, my first submarine that I served on. And you can see we're live streaming there right now. Our live stream of the pilot being rescued the other night's got about 50,000 views on that if you want to go back and watch that in real time. And I do just try to troll the hell out of the left. This is Donald Trump this morning posting on True Social. The Mall of America in Minnesota, 85% of these people are on welfare. And Trump reposted that, Mall of America, which you and I both know that the Mall of America has turned into Mogadishu. And speaking of Mogadishu, I think that the Democrat Party would have loved for what happened in Iran, for that plane to go down, for that to be Trump's Black Hawk Down. These are facts. Want some truth? The left was hoping we would fail getting the pilot out of Iran. They wanted a Black Hawk Down situation so they could use it to attack President Trump. If you agree with that, give me a 1 for yes, 2 for no. But I believe that that is exactly what the media wanted. They would have rather seen this pilot, something horrible happened to him on live TV, than the president have 1 ounce of success. And this is probably one of the most realistic graphics that you'll find here about where we're at as a country right now. Life before Obama. There was no ISIS, no Black Lives Matter, no Antifa. There was no war on police. Remember when they got rid of the TV show Cops? Yeah, the world started to go into crap. There was no law legalizing propaganda on American citizens. I don't think there were any American citizens hit with drone strikes by their own government. There was no Russian hoax, no expensive Obamacare. Thank you, John McCain. You were the deciding vote in your deathbed. There was no Trump derangement syndrome. Trump doesn't play by the rules. I agree with that. I completely love that statement by Troll Under the Bridge. Trump doesn't play by their rules. I don't think he does either. And I don't think he's going to play by their rules any further. There's some airstrikes that happened last night in Tehran, and you can see this here. This airstrike here looks like time is running low for Iran. Look at that. I don't want to see innocent people lose their lives. But I will say this. And I think George Patton might have said this. War is hell. War is hell. And that's just a fact of life. Here's another tweet that I put out. Can't believe Trump told Iran to open the effing strait. I miss normal times when Biden would sing things like, right? I mean, that's the president we had before. Pooping his pants, stumbling off stage, walking off into a field with leaders of the world laughing at him. How do you think this guy would have handled what happened in Iran? Would you take Biden back for cheaper gas? Well, actually, there was no cheaper gas under Biden. No cheaper gas under Biden. That's a fallacy. Complete lie. Here you go.
Still be winning and winning big. And then, very importantly, I terminated Barack Hussein Obama's Iran nuclear deal, a disaster. Obama gave them $1.7 billion in cash, green cash. Took it out of banks from Virginia, D.C., and Maryland, all the cash they had. Flew it by airplanes in an attempt to buy their respect and loyalty, but it didn't work. They laughed at our president and went on with their mission to have a nuclear bomb. His Iran deal would have led to a colossal arsenal of massive nuclear weapons for Iran. And they would have had them years ago, and they would have used them. Would have been a different world. There would have been no Middle East and no Israel right now, in my opinion, the opinion of a lot of great experts.
What are your thoughts? If Biden was still in office, if Obama was still in office, which president do you think would handle it best, what we're seeing right now? We've got a poll going in the chat right now. 88% of you support, 87% of you support boots on the ground if the president decides to do that. 87%. Let's do this. Which president would be better right now? I would love to get I would debate anyone about this. Do you think, let's just throw one hyperbole in there that, a what if? Well, let's throw one in there. Let's see here. And you tell me who would handle it best. If not President Trump, who? There's two that never made it. We'll just say that. Two that never made it. And two that never were. I know you probably don't like that poll, but you know what? That's just the way it is. One other thing I would like to say this morning is another sponsor here for the channel that I've been using personally for the last, for about the past month and a half, that's been helping my healthcare, and that's Brightcore, Kimchi 1, and this has helped me a lot. Kimchi 1 from Brightcore, potent ally in the toxic world, removing microplastics from your body, getting rid of toxins out of your gut. They cross the gut lining and leach into your blood. These microplastics disrupts everything. They've been shown to alter your gut bacteria, suppress your immune response, increase your risk for heart attack and stroke, cognitive diseases, and cancer. There's now plastic spoons worth of microplastics in the average human brain. You can use my code. Just use my name, Ben. Go to brightcore.com. You save 25%. You can scan it on the screen or give them a call. If you call them, they give you 50% off and free shipping. 888-383-6602. Give them a call. Brightcore. Great sponsor on the channel. And let's open up the phone lines. I'd love to get some opinions from people here. Let's see here. Somebody sent me a text message. Links I've posted. Thank you very much for posting on Getter. I don't know anything about Getter as far as a platform. I'm not sure about that one. Never experienced Getter. I don't know what that is. Somebody fill me in the chat. Can't answer the poll. All right, here, let's do this. 45% of you think Hillary would have been better. Okay, you're crazy. We've got to ban them. Let's do this. If you think Trump would have been better at this, Obama, you know the drill. Let's go here. Kick us off. First call of the day. Mark, Pittsburgh. What you got?
Hey, Ben. I'm just a little pissed off about these pussies.
Hold on.
They're crying about the equipment.
Hold on. Mark, I don't think you've ever called in and not been pissed off. Tell me something you're happy about. I don't want to hear what you're pissed off about. What are you happy about? You've never called in ecstatic about anything.
I'm ecstatic that he went in and got that pilot alive. I'm happy about that.
Absolutely. Let's focus on that.
Okay.
I think
I start off mad, and then as my day goes on, it gets better. But watching you, I get.
Start your day off happy, man. Even with the trolls, the best thing you can do for the trolls is laugh in their face. Mark, you take.
Yeah, I get.
God bless you. Line 2. What do you got?
Good morning, Ben. How are you?
Yes, ma'am.
I am going to be sending you a Venmo this week. I just wanted you to know that my husband's a disabled Vietnam vet, and
God
I
bless
love
him.
President Trump and everything he's doing. And I just want to complete the circle and send you some money. I'll Venmo it, so watch for that this week, okay?
Well, I will make sure that I use it. I've been sending out Bibles to veterans and members on the channel. I have been sending some guitars to members on the channel. Shipping a guitar is expensive. And
I bet.
it is. Sending Bibles is expensive. It's
Well,
insane. It's about
it's a
$12 to
heavy word.
$13 a piece. You know?
Yeah, it's a heavy word, but it's a good word.
Absolutely.
You know, the world was made on that word. So
Well, thank you for your
yeah,
call.
I just want to thank you, Ben. I love your channel and just hoorah.
God bless you. I appreciate you. Thank you for your
Thank you.
husband's service. Tell him welcome home. Most Vietnam veterans never got that. Line 2. What do you got, line 2?
Yes. Hey, my name is Angela Murray.
Angela,
And,
my name is Ben, and I'm going to tell you to
hi.
turn the audio down in the background.
Oh, okay. Yes, I've got you up high. Sorry.
Call back. Call back. I wear hearing aids and I have these things in, so the echo is really bad. It's rude. It would be like going to watch a show and talking on your speakerphone. And you've seen those people walking around the store, talking on their speakerphone. Let's see here. Line 3. What do you got, line 3?
Hey, Ben, it's Eidolon here. And
Morning, sir.
I was just reminiscing about the first time I actually started watching your show, and we got into an argument about Iran and everything and how things have changed since then. Like, because despite some disagreement between us at first, we both agreed on no boots on the ground. And now with the way things have escalated, I'm in full support of boots on the ground if it's necessary to stop this conflict. I'd prefer that no boots be on the ground if we could resolve it that way, but it doesn't seem like that's going to be a possibility, especially considering all of that uranium that we have really no way of accessing without putting boots on the ground.
Well, do you know why you and I are able to have a conversation? Is because as more information comes to light, it changes your decision making. If not,
Exactly.
if we never changed our decision making, we would still be drowning women in Salem, Massachusetts that we thought were witches.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? I mean, literally, that's extreme, but that's the way it would be. We would still have segregated schools. We would still have segregated busing that Kamala Harris would love. We would
we'd still have slavery.
We would,
you know, and it just boggles my mind that with all this new information and everything like that, people still are incapable of, changing their minds or their opinions. They are just, some people's minds are like concrete. It gets all mixed up and then it's set. And I don't see how we could possibly resolve this particular conflict without putting boots on the ground, especially with that uranium where it is. Like, we can't just bomb. We can't send a bunker buster bomb on top of that uranium. It's going to spread all the radiation around. So what are we supposed to do? We can't let them have it. And,
I mean, the difference in us and them is we can come to logical conclusions. We don't have to hate someone just because of who they voted for. As much as I disliked President Biden, I wanted the country to be successful. And that if his cabinet was successful, then I wanted that. Thank you for calling, brother. I appreciate you. God bless you. God bless Eidolon. Takes a big man to admit he can change his mind based upon facts. Yeah, because if you don't, you're in a cult. That's what it is. You're in a cult. If you can't take advantage of new information. Let's go line 3. What do you got, line 3? Oh, you we'll learn. Turn the audio down. You'll learn. It's okay. It's Pavlov's theory. You hear the bell, the dog starts salivating. When I hear the audio, I just hang up. Line 4, go.
Bridge maneuvering, test 7MC.
Maneuvering, make turns for 4 knots. We're going to periscope depth.
Proceeding to periscope depth, make turns 4 knots. Bridge maneuvering, I.
How long did you stand throttleman? How long did you stand throttleman?
I was a battle station throttleman for quite a few years, shipmate. How are you doing?
You know, I am doing great. I most people don't realize this, but here on my desk, I've got a piece of the hull from the Los Angeles 688 SSN, and I actually use this to hold my microphone cable out of the way. That's literally all it is. This piece of steel has been probably 3 million miles under the ocean, and I use it to hold. I'd love to see if there's any if this is giving off any millirim or whatever, but that's what I use it for. What would you like to say this morning, fellow submarine?
I got a couple pieces of HY80 that's from the Florida and the Georgia, but either way, I'm going to cut this short real quick, brother. I really appreciate everything you do, and I want to work on you recently followed me on Twitter. I appreciate that, at Plastic Cup Politics.
Yeah.
I want to put together an outro video for your live streams. Very pro-submarine, very pro-America. It's going to bring a tear to your eye. I'm going to send you a DM. If you could shoot me a couple pictures of you and your shipmates, especially you and your boys when you were out on IA, I'm going to put together an outro video that's going to bring a tear to your eye, bro. And I've already worked out the audio. I just need a couple pictures, and I'm going to put together a video for you, bro.
I think I've got a couple on Facebook, but 2005 we didn't have I didn't have an iPhone in 2000. I don't even know if they had iPhones in 2005. I don't remember. Like what I had a Nokia 3310 or something at that point, you know. Yeah, I'll send you here. I'll let me see if I can pull this up. Let me see if I can pull this image up here. This'll bring the smell of amine back to your face right here. Let's go. Wait, how do I do this? I'll pull it up. I've got a picture of me and my boys in the bunk room back when I was a young, salty third class. You know,
hell yeah,
throwing cups in the scullery kind of thing. You know,
that's exactly what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. I'm going to create this video for you, bro, and you and all of your followers are going to absolutely love it. Appreciate you, everything you do. God bless America, and run silent, run deep, shipmate.
Take care, buddy. I appreciate you. Somebody said iPhone came out in 2007. Damn, I feel old. Going to Iraq before the iPhone. That's amazing. Here, let me pull this up here real quick. Let me, how do I do this? Share that. There we go. There I am. 2000. This was like 1997, I think. Sitting in, I believe, bunk room 4 on the USS Nebraska. Talk about the good time. Let the good times roll. Right, that's the song that comes to mind whenever I hear that. Whenever I see that image, let the good times roll. This guy down here, bottom left, he had some crazy stories about a bar in Kings Bay, Georgia, called Torpedoes. Every story started there. Raging Liberal, right here. This was a Sonar Tech second class, Jason Bradfield. And this was Chris Wilhoit over here on the right. Great submariner, Sonar Techs. And then there's yours truly right there in the middle. When boondockers, and back whenever we wore bell bottoms, this was the bell bottom Navy. Bell bottom Navy. If you joined the Navy and wore dungarees and bell bottoms and boondockers, you had a good career. I haven't changed one bit. I don't think I have. I don't know. Dungarees, baby. And they were made at federal prisons. We got our uniforms made in federal prisons. Think about that one for a second. That's why we're different. If you get your uniforms made in a federal prison, you might be in the Navy. Lines are open, 615-475-7864. Feel free. Wow, where are they now? I keep in touch with a couple of those guys. Lines are open, 615-475-7864. Feel free. Love all the bell bottoms. I still got a couple of my old poopy suits. My wife wears one when she works in the barn. She wears one of my poopy suits in the barn. Let's go. Paul in the conservative state of Colorado. What do you got, Paul?
Hey, good morning, Ben. So I was thinking about this time frame.
Okay.
And I just don't see Trump blowing up the plants, or I can see him blowing up bridges, but I don't see him blowing up plants. And the reason why I say that is,
okay,
I really think, I'm very nervous about it, but I really think that if they don't comply, we got those weapons, like we used whatever they call the discombobulator in Venezuela. I don't believe we've still seen every weapon out there. And I believe if Trump was to attack the plants, he would use a bomb like an EMP or something similar to that, where you could shut it down, and it might just take days, if not just a week or two, to get it back up and running fully. I can't see him crippling a society for months or years at a time. That goes against everything he is. I'm just wondering if they have something that nobody's ever seen before. Go ahead, Iran, do this, and we're going to display power that nobody has any defense for, and it's just going to shut everything down and put the exclamation point. And that's kind of my viewpoint on that.
God bless you, man. You know what I'm really happy about is that we don't know what capabilities we have.
100%.
That's what I love. It's just like 99% of people in the chat have no clue what the United States Navy has for capabilities. 99.9% have no clue what the United States Navy submarine service has for capabilities. God bless you, Paul. Lines are open, 615-475-7864. He did arm the citizens. I saw where somebody said that. The Cars sang the Good Times roll. I'm going to listen to that on the way to work. I'm going to listen to that one. Line 4, what do you got?
Hey, MWP, Pennsylvania.
Good morning.
Ben, I just wanted to ask you, what do you think Sleepy Joe would have done, if anything, to rescue that weapons officer? I mean, what do you think the night and day difference would have been?
You want my honest opinion?
Absolutely, sir.
I think Joe would have tried to send him cash.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Yeah, meanwhile, the weapons officer would have been paraded through the streets and beat up, God knows what else.
Probably had his head removed on live TV. That's what I think.
Yeah. Thank you, man.
That's literally what I think. Thank you for the call. What do you guys think? Do you think Joe Biden would have sent cash to Iran? Would he try to abide them back? Do you think he would have? Let's go line 6. What do you got? Line 6.
Good morning, Ben. This is Lisa from Greenwood. I was just wanting to, thank Trump and all of the servicemen for going in and getting the stranded pilot out there.
Yeah.
Plus, I want Trump to try to come up with something that he can use in the United States to reset all these blue states.
I don't know if you can do that. We're fighting an ideology here at home. And how many liberals do you know? You probably know some, right?
Quite a few of them.
Can you reason with any of them?
No.
Okay,
no.
then.
Well, there's one that I can. The more I bring up to her, she's starting to, well, I do agree with that. But I'm still going to vote Democrat. Well, why?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ideology is tough to defeat. Thank you for calling, Lisa. Lisa's a truck driver. Line 7. We're getting down the scoreboard. What do you got?
Oh, am I line 7?
Go right ahead.
Outstanding, sir. Thank you so much for taking my call. My son is a submariner, and he was on the Los Angeles class,
Turn the audio
7.
down in the background. I should have hung up on you already.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, no problem at all. Sorry about that. It's way down for me. But I got a hearing issue.
Sorry. I can't hear all the stuff in the background. I don't know what's going on. But I appreciate your son's service. I just can't deal with the all the stuff in the background. How does Iran still control the strait? Because, sadly, that narrow part there is more and closer to their it's closer to their shoreline. Let's go. Oh, here we go. This should be a good one. Good morning. Are you going to ask about war crimes, rescuing a pilot? Are you going to say that Biden was better, Hillary was better, Benghazi was Trump's fault, Obama wanted to send more cash? Where are we starting the call at today?
I thought this was fourth grade level analysis, but after
Fourth grade
listening
level
to you,
analysis.
I was wrong.
Okay.
It's second grade analysis.
Second grade. Well, I'm glad that a booger eater like yourself is called in.
So you showed before.
Hold on. Let me ask one question. One question. I went and looked back at the amount of insane text messages that you've sent. And you've only sent about 300 messages to me through this number, only about 300. Do you wake up thinking about Trump? Do you go to sleep thinking about Trump? When you're sitting in the corner, do you think about Trump? What part of your day do you not think about President Trump?
Did Germans in the 1930s have
No. We're not doing these little gotcha questions for your call show. You call in, I ask you a question, you answer me, and then I answer yours.
What's the question again?
When do you not think about President Trump?
Unfortunately, that piece of crap inserts himself into
You can't
our
answer the
lives
question,
on a
can you?
constant basis.
You cannot answer the question. For everyone
all the
listening,
time.
this guy voted or wants Chris Christie to be president.
I think about Trump all the time. There's your answer.
You think of Trump it must be great. It must be great. It's probably good for your low T.
Can I ask you a question now?
Absolutely.
So you showed a video before, I think it was Haifa in Israel, where, the Iranians have launched missiles, and you asked if this is war crimes. And the obvious answer is, of course it is.
Okay.
They're hitting civilian infrastructure.
Okay.
So is that now your justification that we can now commit war crimes? Is that what you're saying?
War crime has President Trump committed?
Well, he's threatening. Well, hitting their bridge.
Oh, whoa. He's threatening. So he hasn't committed a war crime. He's threatening. Right. He's threatened me. Hey, mommy, he threatened me. Is that your thing? He threatened me.
I take it back. It's first grade level now. You keep going
so
to
has
a lower
Trump
level.
committed a war crime?
Yes, when we took
what
out
war crime did
bridge.
he commit? What war crime?
We blew up the bridge.
Is it confirmed that
Tehran?
Now, if you take out a road that is being used to transport missile launchers,
under this
is
logic,
that a war crime?
You could under this logic, you could then justify blowing up anything.
I like that logic. You have just reached terminal velocity. That's great.
So where is this getting us? What is our goal here?
What is the goal? Have you ever looked into Khobar Towers? Have you ever looked into that one?
No, I know the Iranians are horrible. I get it.
Okay.
Well, do we have regime change? Because Trump said we did.
Okay.
Or have we accomplished regime change?
Here's what I think we need. I want people like yourself to be able to have a pride parade in Tehran. That's what I want.
Okay, we're now down to kindergarten level. Do we have regime change? Trump said last week that we've accomplished regime change. What are we doing there? Like, what is the goal?
Do you think the Iranian people should be able to pick their leader.
Of course. Do you
Okay.
think threatening to blow
Wait,
up
wait,
the
wait,
country
wait.
and set them back to the Stone Age is the way to do it?
I think removing the Ayatollah is a path to the Iranian people choosing their own leader. You have a great day. I hope that you think of Trump all day.
You are a special
I hope
kind.
you think
are a
of him
special
all
kind-
day. I hope you think of him all day. I'll tell you what, guys, if you become a member on the channel, I will cut and paste all of these messages that I have received from this gentleman that wanted to vote for Chris Christie. There's only about 300 of them. And I'm sure now there will be more. So go ahead. Join the channel as a member. I will give you full access to this. They're really good. Let me read one. I just watched the beginning of your video from earlier this afternoon. Too funny. You're so pathetic. I love these. Lines are open. 615-475-7864. James in Virginia. What do you got, James?
Good morning. Good morning, Ben. That last troll kind of got me fired up just a little bit.
I love.
Also, by the way, Ben, congratulations. I noticed your channel is up to 231,000, and our next goal is 1 million. Because I'll tell you why. You are the voice of reason, the new media, and a damn patriot.
I think it's amazing, though, James. I'm obviously doing something right when I have a super fan that would send me 300 plus messages. I mean, you've got to be doing something right to get that level of vitriol. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I know he's still listening, but here's a message for him. He wants to try Trump for war crimes. Well, I want to try Joe Biden and that entire administration for war crimes against we the people. And the reason being, he opened our borders, let in all these criminals and murderers and all these communist Democrats that have mutilated our children through sex change operations and stuff. How in the world can anybody in their right mind support these communist Democrats?
You got the good part right. They're not in their right mind. James, God bless. They're not in their right mind. Let's go line 5. Where are you calling from?
Good morning, Texas.
Texas. Good morning. Oh, this is Johnny.
Johnny,
hold on.
Is this
Johnny,
the
I want to
complaint
just say
department?
something. Johnny, I just want to say something. I'll say something right now.
You want to hang up?
No, I'm not going to hang up. I'm not going to hang up yet.
Well, I have some complaints.
Johnny, you called me.
I have some complaints.
Johnny, I don't care about your complaints.
I know.
Here's my response.
That's what I'm complaining
I want to
about.
apologize. Johnny, you have no rights here. If you think that this is
Right.
I
have no rights here.
You have no rights.
Where do you think you are located?
I'm in my office in my home.
No, we are in America, sir. That's
Johnny,
right. I
you
do belong
called
here.
me.
You got that right.
And you don't have
I
any
no
rights on this channel.
Exactly. That's my point. I'm calling.
I'm glad we agree. I'm glad we agree.
I know you're not giving you're not giving your listeners any constitutional liberties.
Constitutional liberty. Johnny, you remind me
being
whenever I
censored,
go
dude.
and
You're
take the
censoring me.
Constitution.
You're trash talking me, censoring me, and I can't even defend my own honor.
Start your own channel
That's
and
not
rage
American.
about me.
Dude, that's
your
a
own
total
channel.
un-American
Rage.
approach to things.
Start your own channel and rage.
Well, I thought about starting a channel, but I'm
You
still
should,
learning
Johnny.
from the pros.
You should.
I'm trying to figure out how to do it.
Johnny, here's a
Still
little bit of
learning how-
advice.
I'm
Here's a
still
little
learning
bit of
how to-
advice.
How to be, fair and
Johnny,
balanced.
you won't listen so that I can talk. It's my channel, right? Not yours. Here's
Well,
a
it's
little advice
YouTube.
for you.
It's actually
Goodbye, Johnny. Goodbye, Johnny. Well, I think I owe you a flush, and then we got a Johnny flush. Line 3, go, man. We got all the retards out this morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Ben. This is Dawn from Reading. Those last two callers, holy Hannah, they are so absolutely ridiculously stupid. And I just like those two guys made me laugh so hard. Thank you so much for putting up with those retards on the call, because totally made my day.
Yeah, I'm telling you, this moron that called in, he has sent me, I feel like I'm I wouldn't say an abusive relationship. I feel like I'm in a relationship with somebody that licks windows. Thank you, Don. God bless you. Line 2, go right ahead. You've got to be smarter.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
Bill Tong, Anton,
Yes,
what do you
sir.
got, brother?
Yes, sir. Good, good. I was listening to the, you don't give us constitutional rights guy, and
Anton,
man,
you
I
own a
don't
store.
understand.
You own a store. If a moron comes in and starts getting rowdy, is it your right to get rid of him?
Exactly right. Yes.
Bingo.
You do not have constitutional rights on other people's private property. Your channel is your private property. And it's just like, it's not a hard concept. I don't understand, and I get this all the time. People think because a store is a publicly accessible space like your channel is, they suddenly have rights they don't have.
They don't.
They don't. And they just demand these. It's insane. These people have a disease. I'm sure of it.
You know what? I don't know who's dumber. The guy saying Trump threatened war crimes, or Johnny. I don't know who's dumber.
No, I think they have a race to the bottom, actually, those guys. And, there's something that someone said, which I find very fitting and very funny, is neither of them are the dumbest guy in the world, but they better hope he doesn't die.
You don't have to be faster than the bear, just faster than your friend, right?
Yes, exactly. So that's all I wanted to say, because
Anton,
it is
God bless you.
hilariously insane. Thank you, sir. You have a
Hey,
great day.
somebody sent me a message saying they loved the bison. They loved it.
Oh, good stuff. Thank you very much.
God bless you. Take care, Anton.
You too, sir.
And you guys
Bye-bye.
check out Anton's Biltong USA. It's in the chat. Hold on. Let me see if I can find, I think I wanted to, somebody said for Johnny to call 800 Wambulance. I love it. 800 Wambulance. Lines are open. Man, I got more texts coming in from the war crime guy. Trump threatened him. Oh God. Good morning. What you got? Line 4.
I'm from Kentucky. You're never going to be able to satisfy those guys. Those guys have been given over to a reprobate mind. Their minds are shot. No matter what you do with these guys, no matter how much reasoning, they will always. They're communists.
It is.
They hate America. They hate America, guys. And I want your listeners. Listen, you're doing a great job. And you must realize you're going to have to expect people like this to call in, and that's okay.
I love
it, because it gives you a platform to expose them for what they really are. And you hear his sinister laugh at the end.
Yeah.
He wants to burn you. That Satan wants to burn all of us Christians, and even the ones that are thinking about becoming Christians. He wants them gone. So these people sit around. I'm so glad that Trump lives in their brain. Maybe they will implode.
I agree. God bless you. Thank you for calling.
Thank you so much.
Line 3. Go right ahead. Line 3. Line 3.
Hey, Dad.
You're got to turn the audio down. I don't know how many times we tried that. I don't know. When are C-130s ever utilized to rescue a downed pilot? They just used them. And I hope you're sad. But you'll never talk about the military equipment left in Afghanistan. Good morning, my only normal troll under the bridge. What do you got?
Man, those two must be boyfriends trying to walk into your bakery, trying to get some rainbow cakes or something like that. then you just kicked them out and said, "You've been trespassed." They don't have a right to come in there and tell you what you got to do. Hell no.
I think it's amazing. I think it's amazing. I think it is an illness where I just really think it's an illness. I don't know how to explain it. I'm going to put all of these text messages into the Discord troll. There's about 400 of them. They keep coming, and I'm going to share them with everybody that's a member. I'm going to block out the phone number, but I'll share this with everyone in the chat. Okay.
That's going to be a comical read right there.
It's pretty vile. It's pretty vile.
Oh.
Lots of insults. God bless you. Lots of insults. Lines are open 615. Yeah, low IQ. I don't think they can spell IQ. And I like the Tony Montana. I like the Tony Montana. Voice of reason. Chris Hope in Arkansas. What do you got?
Hey, Ben. Man, I was watching that earlier, and this stuff that the mainstream media is doing, our servicemen come first. Screw the equipment, we can replace that. The servicemen come first. And anybody who tries any walk around that, they're just a special kind of stupid. Kind of like those two guys that called in earlier. Man, I don't think they ate paint chips as a baby. I think their parents put paint in their bottles.
I'm telling you this. The one guy he sent me so many messages that I feel like it's like the ex-girlfriend that's the stripper and her name's Tiffany and she's obsessed. And if you don't respond, she's even more obsessed. You know what I mean?
Stalker. Sounds like a stalker to me.
Yeah.
You know,
well, in one of his text messages, he said he was going to leave and move to Germany. And I started responding in German, and he said, I don't speak German. And I said, you better learn. So I don't know. Chris, take care, brother. God bless you. Anton, reminder, if the left did not have double standards, they would have no standards. I'm giving you that
Amen.
one.
Hallelujah. And boom shagala.
I'm giving you that one. Line 2, go.
Yes, it seems that the Constitution does apply to all of us citizens, but it doesn't seem to apply to our representatives in Washington, D.C.
You might be right about that. You very well could be right about that. That's
We're waiting on that perp walk. How long do we have to wait?
What would you like to see happen?
I'd like to see some handcuffs, and I'd like to see some arrests, and I'd like to see some prison time, and maybe a few executions.
Let me ask you this. Do you think Trump has had a successful presidency 1 year in?
It's been a lot more successful than his first term.
So
Yes.
Are you satisfied or not satisfied?
I'm satisfied, but I think if we don't see some retribution on the treason give him maybe another year. And if it's not going to happen, then it just ain't going to happen, Paul. I'm telling you, I've still got hope, a lot of hope.
And what will you do? Will you not vote?
What can you do?
So
Turn
you
the
don't wanna
flag
vote.
upside down. What can I do? Turn the flag upside down. What good does that do?
Are you going to vote?
Yes. I'm stupid. I'll vote.
You're stupid. You'll vote. Well, I don't think you're stupid. I just think that maybe focus on some of the wins. If you want to remain in the doldrum of doom, keep watching all the doom podcasters, all the doomers. They'll keep you sad. They'll keep you angry. Or focus on some wins. Take care. God bless you. Airborne, what do you got?
hey, brother, I had an old E9 Sergeant Major tell me one time, if it's not somebody you're going to go to for advice, their opinion of you or what you do does not freaking matter. I'd ignore them.
I think it's funny that some of these people come into the chat because I'm a firm believer and I'll try to keep this clean. I was always told by someone that I value their opinion, if you don't feed me, F me, or fund me, your opinion doesn't matter.
And my grandfather told me if you ignore stupid people, eventually they just go away.
There you go. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Have a great day.
Yes, ma'am. I say yes, ma'am. He's an Army guy. I gotta get those jokes in while I can. God bless America. Ben, you're vindicated. I'm giving you a public apology for saying you were mean to Johnny. Yeah, God bless America said she didn't want to be or said they did not want to be a moderator because I was mean to Johnny. There you go. Let me give her the boom shock. Give them the boom shakalaka.
Amen. Hallelujah. And boom shakalaka.
Boom shakalaka. Boom shakalaka. Oh gosh, this is hold on. I've got to show this. I think I've got a photo of Johnny here real quick. Let's go right here. Johnny. Here's a picture of Johnny. Trolls make me feel like I'm in a relationship with a person who licks windows. That's a good image. It's disgusting, but it's a good image. I am going to say that's a good one. Wow. Okay. That's Johnny, this bud's for you. Mr. Retarded picker-upper, booger eater, whatever you want to call it. Let's go here. How do I get back to that? And line 2. What do you got? Line 2.
Hey, Ben, good morning.
Good morning.
I don't want you to ignore those guys. It just really made my day. I love
They're pretty
listening to
funny,
those
aren't they?
window lickers.
It's pretty funny, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I think if they really wanted to stand on the ground, they should be over protesting either in Palestine or in Tehran.
They would never do that because they don't have the same freedoms that they have in America. You know what I mean?
You got it. Oh, 100%. But no, I heard all the advice of people saying ignore them and they'll go away. But I really enjoyed this morning, so I hope they keep coming back.
But now, I mean, here's the brilliant move that they did. Now you understand the level of derangement that I get from some of these people. And it's not just while the show is going. It is the 400. I just added them up. 400. Well, I got the thing that show 417 messages from the Chris Christie voter. 417.
Well, they couldn't go to lunch with Chris Christie. They wouldn't have anything left to eat.
And then Johnny call it in. It's my constitutional right. Johnny, put your hands in your back pockets and carry your ass out. Do y'all want to see what Johnny, do you want to see who Johnny is? You want to see who Johnny is?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
I'll pull up his YouTube channel. Just a second. God bless you. Thank you for calling. I'm going to give y'all a peek behind the curtain of who Johnny is. Here we go. Because it's pretty amazing. It is, it's pretty amazing what we got going on here. Okay, so here, and thank you for that super chat. God bless America. That'll help me send some Bibles out. It really will. So let's go to Johnny. Johnny Ballgame. Let's see here. What do we want? Let's go with Johnny's most popular video. Nope, not that one. Here we go. Let's go. Johnny. Welcome to Here's Johnny. Johnny the Guitar Man. Thank you, Johnny. There's Johnny. Let's see what else we got. Looks like Johnny. Oh, nice. Johnny with the, is that a wig? Is that a wig, Johnny? Is that a wig? Hey, Mr. Piano Man. Mr. Piano Man, Johnny. Good morning, Johnny. It's your constitutional right. There we go. Here's Johnny. The Diary of a Madman, I think is what we could call this. The Diary of a Madman. Yeah. So Johnny's constitutional right. Here we go. Uh-oh.
This morning we're going to make some pancakes. I mean, waffles. We're making waffles. You can use pancake mix, great value. But they require like eggs, a bunch of other stuff. Who wants to have to do all that? You can get this stuff, Hungry Jack. You don't put nothing but just a little bit of water. Put about a cup of that, a cup of that, and we like to put a little bit of that in there and you stir it up with one of these. Put it in one of these. Got this here for Christmas. Wait till the light comes on, mixed up, drop it in there. Show you. Well, problem we got here is waiting on everybody to wake up. And then we'll get serious about making waffles. All right, well, okay, see, it's a learning experience the whole day down.
Now do you understand? Now are you understanding what is going on here?
I don't know, you tell me, man. You see what y'all do.
When I saw this, the first thing I thought of was biscuits and mustard. That's what I thought of, was biscuits and mustard. Who wants to call in and talk about that? There is a peek behind the diary of a madman. There's the peak of the diary of a madman. Lines are open, 615-475-7864. Johnny, if you're in the chat, thank you for all that you do. Line 3, go right ahead.
Hey, what's up, Barry? Jordan from Wisconsin.
Good morning,
that
sir.
dude is the beta male poster child. Are you kidding me? The only thing he's missing is a French or English accent. What a puss.
Now, does it make sense? Does it make sense?
Oh, yeah, completely. I mean, oh, my God. And what a wuss. Give that guy a salad and a crack to the mouth. You're a bitch, dude. I hope you hear this.
God bless you. God bless you. There we go. God bless. The diarrhea of a madman. There we go. Line 4. What do you got?
Hey, good morning. Calling from Annapolis. My name's Loretta. I'm just voicing an opinion.
Sure.
We have a couple counties here in Maryland where the General Assembly just ruled, and I think the governor approves it, I think, where they don't have, law enforcement does not have to work with ICE. And as a female, it does not make me feel safe here in Maryland.
Who'd you vote for?
Dan Cox.
What do you think of your governor there?
Very bad for the state.
Yeah. Stolen
Everything's
Valor guy,
getting
too.
expensive, and Maryland is in debt.
Mm-hmm.
Our registration is for a car, $200. Emissions went up to $60. Our electricity bills are going up. Property taxes are going up, I think, to 12%. It's just
Well,
getting
I
really
appreciate
bad
you calling.
here.
I appreciate you
Sure.
calling.
Have a great day.
Yes, ma'am. Line 5. What do you got, line 5? Line 5,
Tim?
go right ahead.
Yes, sir. I was looking at that window licker beam you put up.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's kind of funny that they put you on the outside looking in.
Well, that's what they do. The trolls call, they look at me on their computer monitor, and they just start salivating. That's what they start doing.
I just thought I'd share that observation with you, my man.
God bless you. Thank you for calling. Line 2, go.
Good morning, Ben. This is Debbie on Long Island. I just have something to say about Johnny. I think he's a little lonely, and I think you should take up a donation and maybe get him a nice blow-up doll, and he can make pancakes and waffles for it in the morning.
I think Johnny would be, I don't want to insult Johnny because I don't know him personally. The only interactions I have is him calling in like a madman. So I don't want to insult him. And, but I think the Special Olympics is kicking off this summer, and I wish him the best in the javelin throw. God bless you. Line 2, go right ahead.
Johnny, quit slicing your pot with meth, dude. You got 2 brain cells left, and they're both fighting for 3rd place.
Now, does it make sense? When I found Johnny's channel, does it make sense now?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, that dude is so far left up there. He makes AOC look like a conservative.
Somebody says he buys his low T supplements from Temu. There we go.
There we go. Yeah. Probably buys Viagra from Timo as well.
What do
But
you think
that-
about
that
the
dude
guy
is-
sending me 500
Wow.
text messages?
Like I said, meth is a hell of a drug. That's all I can say, brother.
I
That
have
guy's
to-
an idiot.
I have to say this. If they're bothering me, they're leaving other people alone, is my guess.
Yeah, I guess you can look at it that way. All right, man, I gotta hit the road, brother. I love you. Y'all have a good day.
Johnny's the waffle making champion of the world, is what somebody said. Somebody just sent me another image here, and this one could be a winner. This could be a winner right here. My number one fan super engagement. There we go. Trolls. 300 texts from one user. I kind of like, I might have to put that on a t-shirt. I might go t-shirt with that one. I might go t-shirt. These people are crazy. Ben, show the I can't take it anymore for callers. Yeah, I think I've got a clip here of my trolls. Here's Johnny and the other troll.
Oh my God! I cannot do this anymore. I'm so sick of it. I am sick of the bullshit.
There's Johnny begging for his rights. Here's the other guy.
This is our city, and this was Mexico. You can't kick us out of the land that was ours.
There you go. That's the other one. That's the other one, right? Guys, I want to say this. Thank you for watching. Thank you for enduring the trolls. Do me a favor. I ask one favor. I don't ask a lot. If you can, follow me over on Facebook. We are taking Facebook back. We have hit about 65,000 followers on Facebook. If you'll notice, I have the eagle hat on today. And I know there's a lot of people that have missed me wearing the eagle hat. The eagle hat has this little built-in little thing here. You charge it up with a USB. And I love the eagle hat. I love it. So here's where we are, folks. The airman's home. That's a win, a real one. The deadline hits tomorrow night, 8 o'clock Eastern. Iran said no. We got 3,500 troops are already there. 10,000 more are being discussed. Iran is throwing missiles across the entire region. Trump has got a press conference scheduled today at 1 o'clock with the Department of War. And we have people saying that they feel threatened because Trump said something mean. He said something mean. God bless America. Thank you for the $100 super chat. Ben, you're a great American. Now will you get 4,000? Join the channel as a member. If you join the channel as a member, I am going to share all of the messages that I've gotten from, we'll call him Chris Christie's simp. We'll put that. Join the channel as a member. Really appreciate you. You guys are the best. Don't care what anybody says. God bless America. God bless America. God bless Donald Trump. And let me give all of you one of these.
And can an amen and a boom shakalaka go right there?
Somebody sent me a clip of Johnny and the other troll.
You know, Lloyd, just when I think you couldn't possibly be any dumber, you go and do something like this. And totally redeem yourself! Still want to go to Aspen? Oh, yeah! Okay, let's go, buddy!
There we go. Johnny and Simp Boy headed to Aspen. They got to go take the Samsonite girl her suitcase back. You guys take care. I'll see you in the next one.